Now let me give you a walkthrough of this super cute set. First of all, this is not the original minifigure. This is the original. Let me get that in focus. She looks pretty cute. I like her sweater and her glasses. The only thing about this is that I feel like she's designed to be like a stereotypical bookworm, whereas this is what I look like as a bookworm. I am not currently wearing a flannel shirt, but I often do in the fall. And so anyway, I traded that out. My husband has enough Lego pieces. He put this together so that I could have a little mini me in this set. But here she's got a book that opens and closes, and it says Once Upon a Time inside. It's very cute. I would have picked a different color, but I do like the lime green. I think it's really fun. And here she's got a cute fern next to her and a teeny tiny coffee table with a cup and saucer, and I just love it. The chair looks like a big comfy chair. Let me get her out. And there is a red pillow behind it. And the cool, I don't know, I think it's a little bit cool. Only 1 foot of the chair is attached to the set, so it can kind of swivel a little bit, which I think is kind of fun. Let me take that off so you can get a look at the ladder. This can pull out. It's not on wheels, which I think would be super cool, but that would be more for a full-on library, like a Beauty and the Beast type Lego set. If they had the ladder on wheels, I think that would be super cool. But I love that the bookshelf is just so tall and so packed with books. Let me take that off so you can get a better look. They've got a variety of colors and different spines on there, different bindings on the books. When I showed this to my mom, she said, "Oh, can you remove the books?" She said it looked really cool, and I unfortunately, it's just a facade. You cannot remove the books, but I had this idea that I think it would be super cool if Lego did. But I'll share that with you at the end. And here there's a little quill and an ink pot, which I think is super cool, and some letters. And either that's a postcard. This is a letter too, addressed. You see the stamp on there. And then letters with like a wax seal on it. I just love it. And then up here you've got this cool, like vintage, old-fashioned looking world map. And the continents on here are, I don't know if they're to scale, but you know, they look pretty good for how little they are. And then there are a couple boxes up here. They're actually empty. I don't know what the boxes are supposed to be for. So if any of you know, then let me know. But they're mostly just, you know, as decoration. And yeah, it's just a really cute set. I love it. So there's the chair back on. And I keep this on the shelf in my library. And I have a singular chair in my library too, and I love to just be surrounded by books. Honestly though, most of the time I'm reading these days, it's while I'm breastfeeding my baby, so it's in a rocking chair or an audiobook while I'm taking him on a walk in the stroller, but ideally this would be my setup. I love Creo Brew, so to have that right here. Oh, I should get a croissant for her to hold in her hand, because books, pastries, Creo Brew, and being surrounded by books is just lovely. And I love writing letters as well. Handwritten letters. I write them to my kids all the time. I don't write them to friends as much as I used to, but I just love it. So like I said, I was speaking with my mom about this Lego set and how these books are just a facade. And as I was thinking about that later, I thought, man, that would be really cool if you could take the books in and out. And then I thought, wouldn't that be amazing if Lego just made a customizable Lego set where you buy an empty bookshelf, you build the bookshelf, and then you can buy books based on your taste in reading. I don't know how much of a variety they'd be able to make, but if they did a lot of classics or philosophy or science books, wouldn't that be cool to stock your own mini library with, you know, Moby Dick and Les Mis and Origin of Species and just really cool things like that. And it would just be this customizable little library Lego set of your very own.